Hello tool groupies and welcome to the Backwoods Mechanic channel. If you like tool reviews, do-it-yourself, how-to videos, and much more, make sure to pop the clutch on that subscribe button. Today, you are looking at a 31-piece half-inch drive socket wrench set by JobSmart. The original tool review will be in the description box below. Now, if you watched the original review, you know that the one thing I did not like about this particular set is the fact that the standard is here and the metrics here, and it kind of staggers back and forth all the way up through here. As you can see, the 7/8, 13/16, and it goes to 16 millimeter. On top of that, you cannot make out what you're looking for. Like you see that 27 way down there. It's hard to make out, but you see how I've colored this right here. It's got a 16, 17. It's in yellow. This over here is in silver. This down here is in white. Today, I'm going to show you what I did to color code these and how you can do it with just about any tool that you've got. First things first, you can go to Walmart and pick up some of these Sharpies. They got them at Staples and a dozen other stores. These are metallic markers. You've used them if you're an auto mechanic to mark on tires and other things that you've been working on. They got them in a wide variety of colors. They've got the metallic silver, the gold, the bronze. They've even got blue, purple, gold, anything else that you can imagine. So if you wanted to use these, it's really simple. Just to take it, pull out whatever it is that you're working on, whatever case that you've got. You know that you can't see the black raised lettering, and if it's a red case, you can use black. All you got to do is lightly just touch it up right there around the top side, and you'll be able to see it. Make sure you don't dip the bottom, because then, you know, it'll color the case, and you won't be able to make it out from the actual gray color. But this is silver, and it works really, really well. So now I can easily look at my case, and I can decipher which one is standard, which one's metric, just by doing that with these markers. But then we come down here. Like I said, everything's run together, the standard and metric both, which is really annoying. So even if you do fix that raised lettering up, what can you do to actually color code your sockets? Now, there's a bunch of different opinions out here on how to do this and what to do. I've seen a wide variety of people try a bunch of different things, but I like my method, and it's simple. All you got to do is go buy some of these paint markers, the kind that you shake up. You shake them up just like you would a can of spray paint. It releases everything inside of it so that you can use it. Now, when you get these, they'll have the little white tip on them. You shake it for a few minutes, probably about 3 minutes, and then you start pushing down on it, and it ejects that cartridge right there until the paint starts coming out, as you can see on my fingers right here. And then you can easily take it and just do the same thing. Just dab on the case, and it will let that raised indicator pop right out. So if you're working in a nice dark location, you can actually see the sizes that you're going for. And as you can tell, I've used that same marker to go into the size indicators right here. Now, whenever you do this, you're going to easily just rub it right over top of it. It's going to let that paint soak it down inside there. Then if you have gloves on, wipe it off with your gloves. Wipe it on an old paper towel, napkin, something like that. Keep doing it back and forth. Now, if it dries and there's still a little bit of residue here and there, don't worry about it. Take Mother's chrome polish. The very next day, after everything's good and dry, rub some chrome polish all the way around it and just lightly buff around the socket. It'll take some of that excess off there, and then it'll be good to go again. And as you can see here, I've got white and red. I've got yellow and blue. It's just the theme I wanted for this set. The great thing about these types of markers is that you can color them whatever you want to. If you want black, if you want yellow, orange, pink, blue, red, don't matter. If they got paint markers out here, you can use them for this particular job. Now, there's also another difference, as you've seen with that marker. This is what's called the medium tip. All right, it's a big fat tip on this thing. As you can see right there, it's big and fat. So if you're going to be depressing it onto a socket, then it's going to smear everywhere. But they also do have these little ones. These by Sharpie work excellent. They do have all different shapes, sizes, colors, as I said before. But look at the tip. The tip here is much different than the tip here. Now, this one is for more detailed profiling. If you wanted to get down inside of, let's say, the size indicators right here, which is exactly what I've done here, and it makes it a lot easier to make those indicators stand out. All in all, I have done a few of my tools this way for a while, and I figured a lot of people knew about it, but I like changing things up from time to time, such as you got Torx sockets, you got Torx bits, you got Allen Allen wrenches, things like that. And you can't really make out the sizes on the tool. Same concept applies. It might take a little bit to clean some of those off with the black oxide, but you can depress them, and then you're working on something, it'll let it stand out, especially if you got Torx tools. All you got to do is put that green on there, and then you know it's the Torx. For an example, this tool is in the description box below. The original review, it come jet black. It had that black oxide, black phosphate finish. Didn't have any coloring on it, so I decided to color where it has the size, the logo, the arrow, and then the Crescent name brand right here in blue. So it makes my tool pretty unique to other tools that might be in the shop around me. On top of that, you can easily label your tool by writing right there on the bottom of it. And the beautiful thing is, if any of these lose their color over time, if you get tired of the same old color and you wanted to change it to a different color, if I wanted to put green here instead of blue, I could do that. If I wanted to put orange there, if I had gear wrench tools, label it in orange, I could do that. It ensures that your sockets and your tools stand out, especially whenever you're working in a shop with other people. It would be really easy to specifically color code your tools and be able to tell whether they're yours or somebody else's. For an example here, I was playing around with this Craftsman Evolve. I decided to color code them, and it makes the name stand out, makes the Evolve stand out, and I know this is going to be a tool I'm going to leave around the shop. I got this new Hyper Tough adjustable wrench set right here. I made the Hyper Tough stand out. Before, you couldn't see that. Of course, I'm going to go over it again because it still, needs a little bit of work. This Cobalt wrench set, also in the description box below. When you bought these, they come with the little red stripe or the blue stripe, but they didn't come with anything else colored. So I decided to go ahead and put white inside here. It stands out a little bit better than the blue. So if I'm working on something, I can easily make out the Cobalt name and the size indicator on whatever it is I'm working on. You're working in a dark garage, underneath the vehicle, under the hood. If it makes it stand out, it's a little bit better to make your job get done a little bit faster. But anyhow, you get the main concept of this video. Now, if you want to see some of the final products that I've done, just hop over on Instagram and I will upload all the pictures of some of the things I've been color coding and labeling myself over the past few days. You can check it out. You can follow me over there. Of course, if you want to see more do-it-yourself how-to videos, tool reviews, shop talk, tool talk, much more, make sure to pop the clutch on that subscribe button. Comment down below. Let me and everybody else know what you do to color code your tools. And as always, make repairs great again. And there's the number 1. That's all that takes. And then we've got 15/16 here. Just lightly go around it. Right there. And right there. If you need to, you can go right over top of it, like so. There you go.